Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It is time to return to Killer Frequency. And, if you remember, we're doing some interesting stuff here. In Killer Frequency, the killer has come to the radio station. And I think what we're trying to do is figure out, like, what was the order of, people who are going to get attacked or killed. See here? But we were trying to figure it out. And I think based on the information that we had on the board, we were trying to figure out, like, who lives where or whatever. But I honestly don't know what the, like, I just booted it. I'm like, what's the question? What are we answering? I don't even know what the hell we're answering here. Right? Is there a way to see the dialogue? No? There's no way to see what the question is? So how am I supposed to answer this? So this is bad. What's going to happen is I'm going to pick something randomly. You know it's going to be wrong. And then I'm going to have to reload to figure out what happened. Because remember, what we were doing is, these supposedly, I think, were the 4 victims, or the victims who the killer's going after. And we used the information we had to figure out, like, where they're living. So Chuck Brody is at the gas station. Kim Walker works at the hospital. Rebecca Allen is at the trailer park, and Aunt Williams at the power station or something like. I think we figured that out based on these, like, article clippings and stuff. So, yeah. That's right. That is right. Play JT says, weren't you going to play the vinyl? Apparently, if we play this record, I think this record is supposed to tell you the order he's going to, like, kill them or something. All right, let's try it. Thank you, Clay JT. Let's listen. It's really low. The volume's really low. It's hard to hear. How do I... Here we go. There we go. It's loud as fuck. Okay, now let's see if we hear it. There's no lyrics. Are there lyrics? If there's no lyrics, how are we going to figure out the order? There's no lyrics. Ew, look at the gum. Disgusting. It's not a bad song, but it doesn't help us at all. What the fuck? Did it just repeat? Did you hear that? I think it repeated, so this doesn't help at all. What about, wait a minute, hold on, wait a second. What about on the album? Can we see it? Is there a way to see the album? What the fuck? Yeah, look, there's something written on the album. But how do I read the album? Fuck.
Aunt Williams.
No!
Where will I find them?
No! I didn't pick Aunt Williams. Fuck you. I didn't pick Aunt fucking Williams. You fucker. I was trying to read this record. Jill, you kind of read it? Okay. It says long road home. Okay, I got to get closer to the TV, but there's writing on it. Let me see if I can read it. Okay. Uncle. No. No. Literally, it's just the names of 8 songs, and none of them have anything to do with it with the people. So it's wrong. It had nothing to do with the it had nothing to do with the album. So now I really don't know what the fuck we're doing. Well, we said Aunt Williams. Where is Aunt Williams? He's at the power station.
The power station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment. Forrest, I'm through to the power plant, but they say there isn't anyone by that name there.
What? Then who?
Jesus! It sounds like something blew up!
He's using bombs now?
Oh my god. The call board, One moment. Forrest, I'm getting so many calls. Just let me... I'm gonna take us off air for a moment.
Peggy, what's happening in there? Peggy.
I'm back. He blew up the gas station, Forrest.
Okay.
A little louder.
The fire department and the hospital. The fire department is useless now, as you know. And, the hospital's only ambulance was at the gas station. Forrest, you've got to say something on the radio. You have to tell the town. I'm putting us back on air. Now.
So now wait. Now what if I did something correct?
I don't know how to tell you this, but, the gas station's been bombed.
Fuck this. Let me load it and see. Shit. Where's the latest load? This one.
Please.
So apparently Aunt Williams was wrong, or I had the name wrong. So let's do a different one. I said, let's do Kim Walker at the hospital.
Kim Walker.
And where will I find them?
The hospital.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment. Forrest, I'm through to the hospital, but they say there isn't anyone by that name there.
Oh my god.
What? Then who?
I don't know how to do this then, because we did it and we figured it out based on the clues, but apparently it's wrong. I don't get it. I mean, all we can do is look at the clues again, right? So, Gallows Creek Harvest Festival, 1972. The big wheel broke free from its supports and rolled through the town. An investigation is currently underway. Former Gallows High football captain Chuck Brody suffered a career-ending injury as a victim of the disaster late last year, which is this. To help him on his road to recovery, we're buying him lottery tickets. Hopefully he gets lucky and can get back on his feet. And he did win. He won the lotto, right? Investigators claim 2 engineers that were contracted in from the local power station. Lead engineer Ant Williams and junior engineer Sean Everett were distracted talking about horror movies while assembling the big wheel. So right there it says the Ant Williams and power station. Right? Is your car safe? Sheriff Maskey warns citizens to look out for suspicious behavior, multiple car thefts. This person says they stole some vehicles. Ugh. Hard to read these. A bus failed to stop and crashed into a fuel tanker. The deceased, D. Rudd, M. Houghton, P. Stein, and K. Stein, and J. Mildred. Here we go. 24-hour gas station bought by local ex-lottery winner. A man who won the lottery 14 years ago. So there you go. So it's definitely Chuck is the owner of the gas station. He got crippled in this accident. They bought him lottery tickets. He won the lottery and he bought the gas station. See? So that's his timeline. I guess every person has 3 articles. So those are his 3 articles. He's definitely at the gas station. Okay? So now what do we do with the Kim Walker Hospital? Okay, local doctor K. Walker recommends all locals get their flu shot ASAP. Flu season is upon us. So it says right there that she works at the hospital. She stole our cars, then she stole our money. That's got to be Rebecca. So Rebecca... she left and went to a new life in the big city. So maybe she's not trailer park. She's in the big city now? This was her. Apparently she was a car thief. The long-running car thieving crime syndicate. R.A. walked free with no charges. It's Rebecca Allen. There's Rebecca Allen. See? So that's correct. She was a car thief. She ratted out on the car thief ring. They gave her no charges. She was living in the trailer park. I'm selling my trailer and leaving town ASAP. I want to get out here, so please buy it. And then here you go. 86, 87. Went to Manhattan. But Rebecca Allen did live in the trailer park at one point. We already said Aunt worked at the power station. It says it right there on this article. Where is it? On this article? Yeah, Justice for Festival Victims. See? Here's the car. This one had 4. This is the crime wave. This one also had 4. This is, what's his name? This is Chuck. Here's the marriage announcement for Kim Walker and Peter Stein. They got married in 1970. What does this say? Health and safety. Come down to the yearly convention. Mystery guest. The lead engineer responsible for the Gallows Creek Harvest disaster. See, you learn from your mistakes. I turned mine into a career. Really? Health and safety convention. Health and safety advising. Health and safety in the workplace. So he turned his life around. This Aunt Williams guy turned his life around and became a health and safety advisor. What about this one? A bus failed to stop and crashed into a fuel tanker. The deceased had been identified as D. Rudd, M. Houghton, P. Stein. So P. Stein... Wait, Mrs. K. Stein? They're dead. Kim Walker married this P. Stein, and then they died in a bus accident. She's already dead. Kim Walker is already dead. Sheesh, that's fucked up. So don't call the hospital looking for Kim Walker. She's already dead. It can't be her. Okay. It says Chuck Brody is at the gas station still. So hold on. Okay, here's why we're doing all of this. This makes sense now. Now that I'm thinking about it, analyzing it, we're trying to figure out who's still in town that we can call, okay? Sadly, Kim Walker married this Stein guy and they died in this accident. So you're not calling Kim Walker at the hospital. She passed away, okay? You're not calling Rebecca Allen at the trailer park because she moved away. She actually became some kind of a local celebrity after whistleblowing on this car theft ring. And then she moved away. It says right here she moved away. See, and moved to Manhattan. So she's not in town. So it's not Rebecca and it's not Kim. Aunt Williams. See, I don't know where Quiet Ridge is, but that's not here, right? That's not the town you're in. So they're saying Aunt Williams doesn't live here either. He moved to Quiet Ridge. Get it? So the only person who still lives in town is Chuck Brody. And after he won the lotto, he bought a gas station and he still works at the gas station right here. So it's Chuck Williams at the gas station is what we're supposed to do. There's your answer. Chuck Brody.
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
At the gas station.
The gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
This should be correct. Everyone else is gone.
Hello?
Chuck Brody!
We got him.
Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but we have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? Who the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's pack. We found a list with your name on it, and...
Oh, God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
Quit talking and run!
I think he ran off.
Good.
Well, fingers crossed that Chuck... Jesus!
Okay, the bomb still goes up, but we saved Chuck.
He's using bombs now?
Is Chuck?
I don't know.
Hang on, we're getting a call.
It's Chuck, we saved him.
Hello?
Nice.
Chuck!
Forrest, the whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out.
Nice.
Town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though. Yeah. Damn it, that firebolt threw me. I've got to get to the hospital. I'm not feeling great. Forrest, man, I can't thank you enough, but
Wow.
damn, I gotta go.
All right, we did it.
Damn it. We lost him. What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
Here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream.
Anything happening? Let's save, because we did it. I mean, that was tricky. We had to really analyze all the articles at a really heavy level in order to figure it out. Okay. Let's see here. Well, Drew, I'm sorry if Kick was mean to you. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see here. Okay. All right, ready to continue? I was just checking on stuff. It was another idiot troll I'm ignoring.
More in the
so,
basement
okay.
to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
She waves. All right, so we got to go back down to the room and look at the mannequins again. Keep checking to see if there's anything new. think I threw this here, right? I'm the one who did it. How do I fucking toss this shit? Toss it! Toss it! How do I throw? I can't remember the buttons for this game. I'm pressing every button. There we go. Fuck out of here. Alright. Hear what's playing on the radio there. I don't remember where the room was. Where the hell was it? Over here?
So many locked doors, so few keys.
What door was it? I don't remember what door it was. This one? Yeah. Yeah, through here. Yeah, I almost forgot. I don't know why this door closes itself. But what are we doing in here now? She's pointing at something. I say she, it's a mannequin, but I guess it has boobs, so I assumed the gender. But I shouldn't even assume the gender of mannequins anymore in the modern day. I'll get in trouble.
A key? Was this always here?
What are you
I
talking
must
about?
have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
No, it wasn't there. Basement storage. That was not there. Okay. Where's a room? A basement storage room? Here? Ah, new room.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Okay. I'm gonna save. Cool. Okay. So we're investigating this office. What are we gonna find? Ooh, wait a minute. He also has the same map of Gallows Creek that we had. Is anything marked off or different? No. It looks the same as the map in the office. A tape?
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
What's he talking about? A map. This is the same map. What other map is he talking about? Tape to play. Is there a tape player down here? Oh. There we go. I'm trying to remember the controls. Big Mac, thanks for a $2 super chat. He says, how are you liking the game? It's gotten better. When it first started, I was kind of bothered by it all being in the room there, the radio room. But now we're not in the radio room the whole time. We're actually out doing stuff. And the plot is definitely interesting. It doesn't have a lot in the realm of gameplay elements besides like puzzle solving, but it is fun. So, all right, so they're there. What's this? Shows a shelf case, and it shows it's on the shelf. Thing on the shelf. Huh. Wait, where did it go? It's not this one. It's not this one. It's a different bookshelf somewhere. Not this one. It's a different bookshelf somewhere we have to look at. Not in this room, it looks like. Ah. It's gonna be in this room. I think I see it over there. But we can't do this. There's a video camera right there. So they're not letting me do this yet. We gotta listen to the tape first. Okay. Alright, listen to the tape.
maps. Find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait, George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the Whistling Man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Okay. Follow the maps, find the tapes. Well... Oh, mousetrap. You're saying this is a map? This is a photo, not a map. Anyway. Here you go. Is there a tape in this one already?
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death...
We're back here, but let's follow the photos. Here's another one. What the fuck is that? Dude, look at this. Lighting. You gotta find a bookcase that's blocked like that, but I don't see it. An upside down chair. You see the upside down chair? Oh, look, I found one, but it's the wrong one. You're out of sequence. This isn't the right one. Gotta find an upside down chair. Here we go. This is it. Okay, this is the next one. Yep. Okay, let's do this one.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
Okay. This one we already saw. Yeah, this is it. Should be the correct one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation.
Okay.
However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
So, basically, this person was reported at the, or everyone was told this person died because of inebriation. They ended up getting drunk and dying, but that was not what happened. They were being chased and had high levels of stress. So someone was maybe chasing them to murder them. I see a fan. So a fan on top of a case, you probably gotta open the case. Nope, nothing in there. It's the same kind of case. But it's not that. There's a case that you gotta look for a thing that opens like that. See, like the music gets creepy for no reason. In the next room, there isn't. Oh wait, this here? Oh, can't see anything. It's dark as fuck and you have no light. Aha, here we go.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Okay. Now there's no other photo. Oh, wait. right?
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water, where he hit his head, was knocked out, and
This has to be important.
following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. Is that recording? Shut it off.
Okay. Okay, so George Barrow, time of death, 1968 at 9 p.m. Deceased is a Caucasian male, age 18. Cause of death established to be drowning as shown by the signs of asphyxiation. Abrasions were found on the knuckles, likely from getting into fights in the past. Matches with known history of the deceased being aggressive. No other injuries were observed, and from the coroner's opinion, there is no evidence of foul play. Additionally, the preliminary toxicology report indicates the deceased had a high level of alcohol in their blood. It is of the coroner's opinion the deceased went swimming while intoxicated, resulting in the drowning. Examiner was Virginia Sullivan. It says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia." So basically, someone forced Virginia to make a false report about the death of this person. It's not accurate. It's bullshit. Whoa, it stuck to the wall? No, it bounced. Okay.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago.
Huh.
And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst. That I can. I don't know. Do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you. But that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say. That I should say. But my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
Okay.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Humpty Dumpty. A story of love, tragedy, and betrayal starring Maisie Cartwright as Dawn, George Barrow as Henry, also with Marie Campbell as Anne. Gallows Creek High. Can we open the book? No. I think you want the book, right? You probably want it for something. Alright, so I'm gonna go back and tell Peggy, but now watch the killer show up and we'll have to do like a daring escape or something. Watch. Calling it. Let's save, actually, since we just did all that. Stables did a $2 super chat and said there's an important book you're gonna need in there. Is it this? It must be this Humpty Dumpty book, right? That's gotta be it. Why else would it have been there in that position? It must be this book. Okay. Okay. Tell her. Oh. Push the button. Let's just make sure. Let's do another quick look. Oh, what's this? Delivery note. 1987 from Startling Security. What is this? What are you delivering? Delivered and installed. Delivering what? So it looks like at Gabriel's Hospital, Christine's Gas and Repair, Roller Ricky's Roller Rink were all installed. Woodside Apartment says unable to install, require new parts. And then I opted for a manual installation at the radio station. Really? What is this that was delivered? What exactly are we looking at? Like what kind of a product? A security system? They opted for a manual installation. Makes me feel like that's a clue. Something about manual installation of a security system. Factory access codes. Aha. State-of-the-art security system uses 6-digit code system. Here we are. A maintenance code. Alarm test. Warning that sets off all security measures. Alarm test deactivation and entry code. So we probably need these codes, right? The question is, how do we remember them? The only thing I can think of is to use my phone to take a picture of the screen. Because I doubt they're going to let you keep this book, right? Sequential key depression must be made within 4 to 5 seconds of one another. If 4 to 5 seconds elapse without a key depression, the entry is aborted. You have to repeat it from the beginning. Be sure to observe the precaution when performing any procedures. So if we're entering a code and we get interrupted, we got to start it over completely from the start. If you make a mistake while entering the code, stop and press the star, then start over. If you stop in the middle while entering a code and immediately start the entry over, an erroneous code might be entered. So if you're entering and you fuck up, you gotta press star. All right. Well, I guess I'll take a picture of this. Just in case. Unless we can take it back to the radio room where we're supposed to use it. I'm not sure. But I'm going to take a picture just in case. Alright, so now I've got it in case we need it. Stables at another $2 super chat. Not the Humpty Dumpty book you passed by it and he was near a tape. Oh, is it? I guess it's this? This certainly seems pretty significant. I don't know why else it would even be in the game if it wasn't. Cool. Going tip the dollar says, please address the new emotes on Kick. Yeah, I have the Phantom Hand and I have a Cami emote as made by viewers. We had open Kick emote slots, so I added them. There you go. If you're on Kick, you can use them right now. Alright, so, how do you do this? Shit. Okay.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a written autopsy report.
Just all the things you found, just report.
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
Oh.
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
Moved the body? How weird.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
Okay.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the Whistling Man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
Okay. Oh, time's passing.
Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really. How are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
How do I put this down? There we go. Okay. Beats me.
Beats me. But we gotta do it, and we're
Oh,
going
you
to.
recognize this voice actor's voice,
You're
Jade?
right.
I wonder who it is.
So,
Peggy.
what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line. Okay, Forrest, shut the music off.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Let's save, because we haven't saved in a while. All right.
Fretman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you? Goose.
Plonker, it's Goose.
Goose! Goose! Where are you? Get your ass here! The party has moved!
Oh, cool. where's it moved to?
This old lady's house. She's pretty cool, though. Dude, she said we could raid her liquor cabinet if we stayed and protected her. Of course, we're not drinking anymore. We're staying sharp in case that whistling turd turns back up. The old lady might need our help.
Of course, man, of course. Hey, could you put me on with the old lady? You know, should check if it's cool for me to drop by.
Well, there's that goose respect we love. I'll grab her now.
Hello? Is this Goose?
Hey, Dr. Sullivan.
Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
Saved her earlier. Remember, she was the one who the killer was outside her house, but we sent the whole frat boy team down there. Okay.
Don't be sorry. You've been through a lot.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I thought I was. I thought...
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Live.
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
Oh, that's right, she
I don't know what I
did.
said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's the whistling man, Forrest.
We thought so, too.
We thought so too, but
You don't understand. All those years ago,
It's okay, Virginia. He's gone. We found evidence to suggest well...
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them, and we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
All right. One day, I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in and
Yeah, we heard it. We heard this
started
recording.
making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found.
But why?
Of course, I said no. But, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick. For me, he used both. You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it.
So he bribed her to fake the
Clive
autopsy.
promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment
Ah.
if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this,
Ugh.
he'd be
Getting convoluted.
within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand. She needed me.
We understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia. So, Virginia's tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death. But for who? Why cover up these details? We could try Sandra.
What would Sandra know?
I don't know, but we have to start somewhere. Anyway, just be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
All right, calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio.
What? Who is Sandra at a jazz studio?
Aha! Forrest, you're through.
Hello, this is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who's this?
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Scream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
So basically, I get it. Because we saved all the people in the game, now we can systematically call them all to unfold the truth of who the killer is. If these people had died, we would have pieces of the story missing, and we wouldn't be able to unveil the truth of what's been going on. So because we took the time to painstakingly use trial and error and figure out how to save them, now we're going to get the full story and maybe the true ending. Maybe if they didn't all survive, there would be no way to get the true ending of the game. See? That's kind of a neat mechanic. However, I do feel like if you were doing an honest first playthrough of this game and you hadn't saved and tried like I had to get the right outcomes, that might be really lame. Would imagine if you played 3, 4, 5 hours, you're at the end. Oh, well, no ending for you. Now start over. Like, wait, what? Well, that would really stink. Especially because it wasn't clear that that mechanic was in place. So I guess we're just lucky, right? Okay.
Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Oh, here we go.
Have you had to keep quiet about anything? Any secrets you've had to keep?
What would I have to keep quiet about?
I don't know. I mean, it could be that you've seen something or heard something.
I never saw anything. And even if I did, what would that matter? And it was years ago.
She's scared. She's scared.
Sandra, are you okay?
It was years ago.
We know, Sandra.
You do? You know about?
Yes. Of course.
This studio is my life. After I found the body in the river,
She found the body.
I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
So they made her lie about what condition the body was in as well, possibly. All right.
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop if I just needed to keep quiet. And everything would be okay.
You covered up the murder of a boy for a dance studio?
I didn't mean to say that.
That's low, Sandra.
I didn't want to do that. I was going to say the person blackmailing her was low, so now I got to redo it. Man, I hate that the game does this shit. No, I didn't mean to say it in an angry way that's going to piss her off. Now we got to do it over again. We got to say the right things to her.
Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ugh.
As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding...
That's another thing about the game. It's not clear half the time what you're doing. Like, I thought we were criticizing the guy blackmailing her. That's low that you'd be blackmailed. Not, oh, it's low that you saved your studio and then she hangs up on you. God damn.
Psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Have you had to keep quiet about anything? Any secrets you've had to keep?
What would I have to keep quiet about?
I don't know. I mean, it could be that you've seen something or heard something.
I never saw anything. And even if I did, what would that matter? And it was years ago.
Sandra, are you okay?
It was years ago.
We know, Sandra.
You do?
I should just being nice to her till she, finally
yes.
spills the beans.
Of course.
What happened here?
This
There we go.
studio is my life. After I found the body in the river, I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
Here we go.
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop if I just needed to keep quiet. And everything would be okay.
Of course. We understand.
I mean, it's not like I killed him. What was the harm in saying I found him in the reservoir instead of the river?
Ah.
Right? I'm sorry.
See, we got it out of
I
her.
can't do this.
Just had to be nice.
And she's gone. I don't think that could have gone any better. You truly did great, Forrest.
Well, folks, if anyone out there has any thoughts on what's going on tonight, please call in.
That's good timing. We've got a call waiting just this second.
Okay. Well, good point. Good time to save the game. And I do feel like this is it. We're going to basically get to the end game of story by all the people who we've saved over the course of the night. And then probably the killer shows up and it's the very end and you either survive or reveal who they are, and that's probably the end. All right. So I'm assuming the next part will probably be the final part of Killer Frequency. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.